What's up everyone, and welcome back to Nexus. The world is filled with interesting and amazing cities, but that isn't exactly a new development. Humankind has been building cities for thousands of years, and over all of that time, some cities have been lost. Entire cities with years of history, forgotten about for even more years and then, sometimes, found once more. Today's list is 10 lost cities that have been found again. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to get new content similar to this every day. And for this video, let's see if we can get the golden like button, which is 1,000 likes, so make sure to like it. Number 10. Carthage is located in Tunisia. It was founded by Phoenician colonists and became a powerful port town in the Mediterranean. This resulted in a rivalry between Syracuse and Rome, which led to several wars with quite a few invasions. The city was first destroyed by the Romans in 146 BC, in which they burned the city to the ground. However, the Romans weren't content to just let the city rest. They decided to refound Carthage, and it quickly became one of the largest and most important cities of the Roman Empire. The Muslims who had originally founded the city weren't happy with that, and destroyed it a second time in 698 AD. In 1844, the first surveys of Carthage began, and finally the ancient city was rediscovered. Number 9. The Ciudad Perdida translates literally to Lost City. The area is an ancient city in the Sierra Nevada in Colombia and was believed to have been founded around 800 AD. The city is a series of terraces that had been carved into the mountain, connected by a series of tiled roads and small, circular placas. Local tribes call the city Tayuna, and they believe it was at the heart of a network of villages. The city was supposedly abandoned during the Spanish conquest. Number 8. The legendary city of Troy is a city that was made famous in the epic poem by Homer, Iliad. Located in northwest Turkey, it is supposedly where the Trojan War took place. The site of Troy contains several layers of ruins, but the layer Troy Villa was likely the Troy of Homer, and has been dated to the mid or late 13th century, before Christ. Number 7. Caral is located in the Supe Valley of Peru, and is one of the most ancient lost cities of the Americas. It was inhabited between 2600 BC and 2000 BC, and had over 3,000 inhabitants. It was one of the largest cities of the era. Whilst all the lost cities in the Supe Valley share similarities with Caral, none were as big, and that has led historians and archaeologists to think that Caral was the main, focal city in the civilization. Number 6. Babylon was the capital city of Babylonia, which was an ancient empire of Mesopotamia. What was once a peaceful city descended into anarchy around the year 1180 BC before being resurrected by the Assyrian Empire after the 9th century BC. All that remains now is a mound of broken mud brick buildings and debris between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers in Iraq. After being lost to time, the ruins of Babylon were rediscovered by Robert Koldewey in 1897. Number 5. The city of Changshan in Peru was the largest city in America when it was built. The buildings were made of adobe brick and were finished with mud that frequently showed patterns of relief arabesques. The city was built by the Chimu at around 850 AD and lasted until around 1470 AD, when it was taken over by the Inca Empire. At its height, around 30,000 people would have lived in the city. Number 4. Hidden deep within the Mexican jungles of Campeche, Calakmul is one of the largest Maya cities ever discovered. Calakmul was a large and powerful city that challenged the supremacy of Tikal and engaged itself in the strategy of surrounding itself with a network of allies. Through the second half of the 6th century AD, right to the late 7th century, Calakmul did gain the upper hand, but it failed to completely destroy Tikal. Eventually, Tikal was able to gain the upper hand once more in a battle that took place in 695 AD. In the end, the city did not succumb to Tikal's might, but the spreading collapse of Mayan civilizations. Number 3. Petra was the fabled rose-red city, half as old as time, and was the ancient capital of the vast Nabatean kingdom. The city was carved into the side of the Wadi Musa Canyon in southern Jordan, who turned the area into an important junction for the silk and spice trade routes that linked China, India, and South Arabia with Egypt, Greece, and Rome. In the 6th century, a series of earthquakes destroyed the water management systems that the city has, and it was subsequently abandoned. After the events of the Crusades, Petra was lost and forgotten, until it was rediscovered by a Swiss traveler named Johann Ludwig Burckhardt in 1812. Number 2. Pompeii is the classic lost city, the one that practically everyone has heard of. On August 24, 79 AD, the mighty Vesuvius volcano erupted and covered the nearby town of Pompeii with layers of ash and soil. Everything from jars and tables to paintings and even the people were covered in the ash, frozen in time. Pompeii was abandoned, and with time, the city was forgotten to all. Eventually, they were rediscovered in the 18th century. Due to the ash and preservation, the lost cities of Pompeii have provided the most detailed insight into the life of those who lived 2,000 years ago. Number 1. Machu Picchu is one of the most famous lost cities in the world. It was rediscovered by a Hawaiian historian named Hiram after it had been lost for centuries above the Urubamba Valley. Dubbed the lost city of the Incas, it is completely invisible from below and is almost completely self-contained. It has agricultural terraces and is watered by natural springs. Whilst it was known locally in Peru, it was unknown to the outside world until it was rediscovered in 1911. Since then, it has been a major tourist destination on the bucket lists of many. That was our list of 10 lost cities that have been found. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit subscribe so you never miss a video in the future, and hit the like button so we can get the golden like of 1,000.